Hi guys, did you know what today is? If you saw my caption, you probably know by now, but it's International Coffee Day. Yep. Anybody who knows me knows I am completely obsessed with coffee. I can give you recommendations for any kind of coffee from anywhere. And even some of my coffees that have vitamins and all kinds of crazy stuff in them. But I am obsessed with coffee, which is why here at 2:07 in the afternoon, I am having my coffee. Again, this is my, I think this is my second cup, but it might be the third. For sure, at least my second. I try not to pass 3. But anyway, today's International Coffee Day. And as anybody who knows me knows, I am obsessed with coffee and I'm always looking for somebody to grab a cup of coffee with me. So today though, specifically on International Coffee Day, I wanted to talk a little bit about how something as simple as a love for coffee can really fuel impact in the choices that we make. So what am I talking about? I am talking about coffee shops. Now, I know we all have our favorites. Some of y'all are Starbucks folks. Some of y'all are Dunkin' people. I personally really love supporting small businesses, local businesses when I get coffee. And today, in that spirit, I wanted to highlight specifically some minority and immigrant-owned cafes and coffee shops here in Middle Tennessee. It is really important to me, particularly to support both immigrant-owned and small minority-owned businesses when I purchase things. So y'all probably know that I don't do much of the big Dunkin' or Starbucks or any of that. I really tend to try to shop small and shop local when I'm getting my cup of joe. But today, in the spirit of International Coffee Day, I want to share 5 places right here in Middle Tennessee that you can check out for your cup of coffee. And then I also want to share an opportunity where you can try some of this coffee tomorrow night. So first is one of my favorites. It's not just my favorite coffee, one of my favorite coffee spots. It's also one of my favorite co-working spots. And I'm going to take a break because I really need to have this. I'm trying to be quick because I don't want to keep y'all on all day, but I have to remember also that people in Middle Tennessee don't talk as fast as I do, so I probably do need to slow down. So the first one, which is my favorite, is a Latina-owned coffee shop in Smyrna called Viva la Fresa. They are known for fresh fruit drinks, creative lattes, and it's just a really cool place to go ahead and have your coffee. So I love that spot, one of my favorites. I also really like that they give me options when I order, because I try to do half the sweetness on everything, and they make it really easy for me. They say, hey, do you want 1 or 2? And they're amazing. So Viva la Fresa is one. The next one is Vista Coffee Shop and Latin Brunch, which is also in Smyrna. They offer handcrafted coffee. I'm reading some notes because I don't want to screw it up. Handcrafted coffee and South American brunch favorites. So yum, love that. Hi, Titi. And the next one, which is one of my absolute favorites that I'm always trying to drag my husband to, even though he doesn't even drink coffee. That is The Horn. It is a Somali immigrant-owned coffee shop in Nashville. They are famous for their chai, of course, which is amazing, and just rich Somali coffee. And it's really one of those spots where people can come together and hang out. And I just love the vibe when I go in there because it just feels like you're going in to hang out in somebody's living room and drink coffee and chill, which is very much a Hispanic thing to do. So I think maybe the Somalis are the Hispanics of Africa, just based on coffee culture alone. Another really cool one is Ethio Coffee House, which is an Ethiopian-owned coffee shop out in Nashville. They specialize in traditional Ethiopian brews and pastries. So it's very cultural there. They have the opportunity to really dive into that culture, which is super awesome. And then last, but certainly not least, is Black-owned coffee shop out in Nashville called All People Coffee. They are totally a community-driven coffee space that really celebrates diversity and connection. So those are my 5 picks for International Coffee Day if you're in Middle Tennessee. First is Viva la Fresa in Smyrna, Bella Vista Coffee and Latin Brunch, and The Horn, which I love The Horn, in Nashville, then also Ethio and All People Coffee. And with that said, since I told you how much I'm obsessed with the Horn, I also want to give you a chance to come out and have some chai and coffee from the Horn tomorrow evening at our upcoming We Choose Welcome event. The Horn is going to be featured. They're going to be serving coffee, chai, their delicious sambusas, which are my absolute favorite. If you haven't tried the breakfast sambusa, that's my jam. The potato one is also delicious. So those are amazing. I want to give them a shout out. They're going to be providing food for the We Choose Welcome event. That's tomorrow. You can come out and taste their drinks and meet the amazing immigrant family that's behind the Horn. And if you are also like me and work from home and having your coffee from home every now and again, I wanted to give you some options for that as well, so you can continue supporting really amazing coffee shops. So I have, let's see here, I have a list, guys, because I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Okay, so if you're like me, you're making your coffee at home probably more than you're having coffee out. You can still make impact with the beans that you purchase. We're encouraging you, I just want to encourage you all to look for minority-owned, values-driven roasters. And there are two that I have in mind that I absolutely really love. One is Planeta Café, which is a Puerto Rican-owned coffee company that is focused on highlighting and preserving Puerto Rico's coffee heritage. So for those of you who were doing the Bustelo before, it's time to switch to Planeta Café to get that authentic Puerto Rican coffee, but from an organization, from a company that's really giving back and building up Puerto Rico. So kind of like supporting that local economy instead of just giving money into the billionaires, right? And then lastly is one that I actually have the wonderful pleasure of knowing the founder of, which is San Lázaro Coffee. They are a brewing company out of Honduras, and they make a difference by paying living wages and hiring almost exclusively women in the area where that's super rare. So there's one story that somebody I know, actually somebody I used to work with, tells from when she went to visit the farm. She had the opportunity to go visit the farm in Honduras, where a woman said, I used to have to pick, one of the women that was working there said, I used to have to pick between whether I was going to serve my family beans or rice for dinner. And now that I have this job and that, you know, I'm working here at the San Lázaro Coffee Farm, I don't have to pick between, I can give my family rice and beans and chicken every day, and we don't have to pick anymore. And so just knowing that impact really, really makes a big difference. So if you are brewing your coffee at home, again, Planeta Café, San Lázaro Coffee, they are great, amazing organizations that are really serving the communities that they're in. And then for those of you who want to come on out tomorrow, September 30th is our We Choose Welcome event, an opportunity to stand in solidarity with immigrants and refugees in our community, and also an opportunity to have really yummy coffee in the process, coffee and chai from the Horn. So I hope you'll join me. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the comments. What I will do actually, because I will tag these coffee shops in my comments, but I'm also going to put in a link to register for tomorrow's event. The event is free. It's from 6 to 8. That's when I will be there. So y'all better come early, because, I mean, I might drink all the coffee by myself. But if y'all it is free to attend, but you do have to register in advance. So you can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and run through those coffee shops again. If you're in Middle Tennessee and you want to grab a good coffee from an immigrant or minority owned business and support small across Middle Tennessee, we got Viva la Fresa, my personal favorite for co-working, which is over in Smyrna, Bella Vista Coffee and Latin Brunch, the Horn, which again, you guys come and try them tomorrow. Ethio Coffee House, and All People Coffee. So the last 3 are in Nashville, the first 2 are in Smyrna. All right, guys, I love you all. I'm going to finish because I've been talking so much that I only have a third left. So maybe I need more coffee. Maybe I need coffee number 3. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Have a wonderful International Coffee Day. Maybe next time I'll show you all the syrups that I use in my coffee because they're so yummy. Okay, all right, guys. Bye, guys. I have to run to go get ready for tomorrow's event, but I hope I'll see you there. Take care.